I'm 30. It's my birthday. It is currently 7:11. My workout class, Orange Theory, starts at 7:30. So about to put on my shoes and head out the door. I have some birthday presents over here to open later. It's gonna be a good day. I woke up smiling and like prayed a good prayer of like Thanksgiving that I'm 30 and in such a good space in life and so happy, and so I'm excited for today. All right, let's go work out. I just got back from Orange Theory. I'm gonna open a present. It's a travel journal. Cool. This is from Casey. This smells amazing. This is a Lululemon recovery kit. It comes in this cute bag. You know I love Lulu. Birthday. Okay, I'm gonna take a shower and get dressed for the day, and then we're gonna go do all the things. All right, I am officially ready for the day. Got some denim on denim action happening here already. So let's go get an acai bowl because yes, acai bowl. I'm thinking about buying Ray-Bans today because I feel like, one, I need them, and two, I just am over this whole look that I've had since I was like 7. I've been wearing these oversized, ugly sunglasses. I think today's the day that we upgrade. Birthday present. Okay, this is my favorite place to get an acai bowl. Look how pretty it is. I mean, it doesn't taste like Florida, but it's really delicious. So, acai bowl, water, so good. Sun Life Organics. It's like I'm in California, but I'm not. Okay, so I've been wanting these Ray-Bans, and now I can't decide if I actually like them or not. What do you guys think? Yay? Nay? Okay, so I went into Ray-Ban, which I recorded, but then I didn't film me trying on sunglasses. So I've been wanting these like hexagon glasses for a while now, and I like didn't love them on, so I posted to Instagram. I guess I can put those clips in. Posted to Instagram to see what people are saying, and people are saying yes, I should get them. So I might go back and do that in a second, but we just got to Barnes & Noble. I have nothing that I'm like particularly looking for, but I feel like a new fiction novel will be great. So I'm gonna run in and grab that. I'll probably be in here for like an hour, but it's 11:27, so I feel like we're making great time on the birthday. I'm having such a good day. I was just listening to Lizzo, and there's a part that says, I'm gonna need like 2 shots in my cup. And I'm like, you sing that very forcefully for someone who's like, you can still count on your hands how many times you've had alcohol. So, interesting. Anyway, let's go into Barnes & Noble. I don't know how 30 came, but it's here.
It's here.
Uh-huh, okay. Well, thank you for calling me and wishing me a happy birthday.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
Love you.
love you too, Grandma.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Please ignore the mess all around and behind me. Okay, so back from lunch, back from Barnes & Noble, and this is what we got. Okay, so my friend Davina always talks about this book and says it's like one of her favorites. So I got it today. All the Light We Cannot See. I walked up and saw this one and was like, looks cool. It's called French Braid. I don't know what it's about because I don't like to know what books are about before I read them. I like to be completely surprised and not anticipating a thing. So here's the plan. I think it's like 12:30, 12:34, and my first thing is in 3 hours. I think I'm just gonna like chill, watch some Gilmore Girls, and take a nap because I just am tired and I love naps. So why wouldn't I take one on my birthday? So I am going to take a nap and I will pick up later. So I just took a nap, as you can probably tell. changed into a little dress. I really am having such a good day. Let's go to Urban. I want to pick up a journal, the 5-minute journal that I've been seeing. I feel like that's the direction I would like to go in this year as far as journaling goes. I think this was like a foolproof method as far as making sure that today was a good day. I just surrounded it with all of my favorite things, and I think if there was ever a day that you should do that, it should be your birthday. So okay, I left dinner with Brenna. It was really good. We went to Olive and June and had pasta. So that was great. Now, as you can see, I'm at the movie theater. It's Downton Abbey time. I have clothes in my car to change into so I can get comfortable, take out my contacts, put my glasses in, so I can get real comfortable to watch this 2.5-hour movie. So super excited about that. I am just getting home from the movie. It is 11:29 to be exact. So clearly I have lived it up today, lived up my full birthday potential, every minute of it. I had such a good birthday and the weekend isn't over, so I guess we'll jump to tomorrow. Hello. I am on my little birthday retreat where I'm gonna sit down and like really think about, reflect on my 20s, what I loved, what I didn't love, set some intentions for 30 and come up with like my core values and like what I anticipate for my 30s, what I'm gonna aim towards. It's so funny because I feel like my 20s aimed towards like experiences and like I very much wanted to like know the world and experience the world, and so there were it was very task oriented, and I feel like my 30s don't have that same essence. It's more about like what my life looks like and less about specifics, I guess. I'm gonna sit down, give that some thought, but it's so beautiful here. I have to show you guys. I'm just like literally in the middle of nowhere. But look at this. Isn't it just like so peaceful? Let's go find it. You can hear like the birds chirping. So as promised, I have sat down, I wrote a little journal entry. I wrote some things I've learned in my 20s. So let's go over that. Okay, no particular order. It was just things that was coming to my mind and I wanted to write about it. So number 1, community is so important. I feel like growing up, you have friends. In college, you have friends. And I feel like it gets a little bit difficult once you move to like work-life balance. You might have like your work friends and other things like that, but it's so important to find like-minded people that you can like do life with, confess sin to, raise your families with. Like I just feel like it's so important, and life is just so much fun when you do it in the context of communities. The other thing that I said is that environment 100% matters. I will die on this hill because I feel like we grow up and we hear you are you no matter where you go. And I agree that that's true. However, sometimes environment is contributing to how you feel, especially if you're like someone, like I really pick up on like my surroundings, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, yes, you are you no matter where you are, but if you get into an environment that you love and that feeds your soul and that is really healthy, I feel like you can really work through the parts of you that need work. So I am a big believer. Like I've seen it in my own life. You get into a different environment and you get into the right environment for the right season and you thrive. So If something's not working, know that yes, you are you wherever you go, but also know that an environment switch can really help. My other one is to play for the end game, which is kind of hard to recognize in your 20s. Like I kind of feel like this didn't start happening for me until it was like later 20s. But realizing that everything that you do affects your life. Like every good choice and every bad choice has consequences. And so if you go through every day making decisions for future you, I just feel like it changes the whole game. Like it makes life so much easier, so much better for future you. She will thank you. Celebrate life. Don't wait. I feel like a lot of people, you know, we're like, oh, we'll do this trip when I graduate or do this trip when whatever. And of course, like financially you have to do what makes sense and like timing wise and whatever, but like just don't wait. Celebrate life. Like I feel like if I had waited in my 20s to do some of the things, like I would not be as well traveled. I wouldn't have experienced as much as I did. And I am just really grateful that I seized the day and just did the things that were important to me and tried new things. Like I just feel like it was great. Leading to the next thing. Do the things that scare you. Taking the risk is worth it. There's been so many risks that I took in my 20s that I'm thankful for, because now I'm not like risk adverse. In my 30s, I feel like I'll be more apt to do things that are scary or things that are outside of my comfort zone, because I've seen how much fruit it's produced in my 20s. So if there's something that you're thinking about, just go ahead and take the risk. It's worth it. Okay, my next two go together. Life changes so fast and feelings are fickle. Just a second ago, I was reading my journal and I opened it to last year, literally 2 days from now. It will have been 365 days. And the way I felt 363 days ago versus the way I feel today, totally different. Like I probably later that week, I felt different. And life gets hard and sometimes we can't see how it's going to end, or it seems like problems are going to last forever, but life changes so fast and you can't trust your feelings. You have to set an intention and you have to go with that. You're stuck in a rut if you feel like, man, I just have been dealing with this for so long. I don't know if I can keep going. I don't know, whatever. Life just changes so fast and there's nothing that happens that you can't work through. Like I remember feeling like, oh my God, how can I go on? Because I don't know how life is going to get any better. And it does. It does. And I know you can't see it right now, but it does. I promise. Here's my next one. Live for you, but not just for you. So like, I feel like we're in very much like a do you culture, and like, I get it because it is like your life and you want to make sure that you're not living for approval or living for the opinions of others. But I do feel like when you center your life around like serving others, helping others, and including others in your decisions, it's so much more rich than doing like life alone or living just for you. At the end of the day, if you live just for you, like, yeah, you'll be happy, but who will you share it with? I feel like sometimes the best part of life is what you get to share with others. So, okay, last two. The first one is the only thing that has remained the same in my life is God. Like that's been the only constant. And so I feel like a lot of times we put so much effort and attention on focusing on things that at the end of the day may not be there in a year. Relationships that may not be there in a year. Sometimes we forsake our relationship with God and our effort that we're putting there in order to focus our attention on other things that just are important, yes, but just may not be forever, you know? So like really put your attention on focusing on God and your relationship with Him and see how everything else just kind of falls together. Okay, the last one. This has been so helpful for me. You are never going to be there. There is like, it doesn't exist. The goalpost of life just keeps moving and we want it to be fixed, but it's never gonna be fixed. It's just always gonna be moving. And the sooner that you realize that life is a journey, cliche, I know, but the sooner you realize that you're never going to reach there, the easier life is, because it just allows you to then move the goalpost of like, hey, this isn't working in the way that I wanted it to, so my new goal is this. Life is ever changing, and the sooner that you go with the flow and go with the change, the happier human you will be. So that's all that I learned in my 20s. Now let's go for my hopes for my 30s. Like I said, I feel like it's less like when I turned 20, I was like, okay, these are the things I want to accomplish. And I did a really great job at accomplishing those. But for 30, it just feels different. Here are my few hopes for 30. I would love a consistent, deep walk with the Lord, good health. I really want to find community. I really want to find my people that are where I am. So like in Austin, be planted, which goes with community. I want freedom in all areas, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I want to seek first God's kingdom. Really, that is really my heart and my goal. I want to move with purpose. So every day I want there to be something purposeful that I work towards. And then I want to give more than I ever have. So in light of that, I wrote down a few questions that I want to ask myself every day. I've been asking myself this question for like the last year. If every day was like today, would it create the life that you want to live? Heavy. So some days it was like, yes, today was a great day. I felt like I moved in the direction of my dreams and my hopes and my goals and my purpose. And then there were other days that was like, oh God, if every day was like today, no, that would not be a life I wanted to live. So here are my questions. How did I build God's kingdom today? In what ways did I operate in my purpose? With whom did I connect? How was I generous? And how did I care for my body? I feel like those go into like the intentions and my hopes that I have for 30. And if I ask myself those questions, then I feel like we're off to a good start. So that is how I plan in my life. It's kind of intense and kind of a lot, but you know, it's great. I've literally been on this swing all day since like 11 a.m. and it's like 8:30 right now. So all day I've read a book, I took a nap, I listened to the rain. So yeah, it's been a really good day. I'll wake up in the morning, do my Bible time, and then head back to Austin, meeting up with some friends for lunch. And yeah, this is a great ending to the most wonderful birthday and the most wonderful year of my life. Another thing that I wanted to say, because I talked about like what I learned in my 20s, and I think one thing that I left off was that good and bad can coexist at the same time. So like I just said, it was the best year of my life, but it's also really hard. Like I lost my grandfather, who was like my literal favorite person, best friend in the whole world, and I can still say like it was a really good year. Like I got so much time with him last year and all the things. So I just have learned that good things and bad things can coexist. You can feel happiness in times of immense grief, and you don't have to stick with one or the other. Like accept feelings as they come, and then also allow yourself to feel really good things.